Hello, hello, hello. Mm. Dun, da, 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 da. Kind of a late stream tonight, kind of a late stream tonight. It's a late stream tonight. Sitting in my kitchen, I'm a man on a mission. Yes, I am. I'm a man on a mission, sitting in my kitchen. Hello, Molten Works. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're doing well. Sweet. I gotta tune my guitar. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for joining me. I have figured out that this live stream is more like a live video journal. So it feels like making a diary entry. So it feels like it's difficult for me not to do one when I feel like I have things I want to sing and things I want to say. And I think I enjoy doing it so much that I enjoy the anticipation, the experience, and the afterglow. So that's like 3-4 hours out of my day that I feel great. And my job is to let go of the stress. The stresses that are in my brain. And yes, I know my hat is on the last dot. Sweet. Well, I have a gig tomorrow in the afternoon playing at a treatment center for people with anxiety. And then on my way home, I'll stop and play a piano for 2 hours. And my brain will be a bit fried at for my drive home. But I will feel like I will feel like I accomplished something at least. Well, anxiety is a really difficult thing to deal with. But there are ways. There are ways to quiet it down. And I'm not saying get rid of it. And the way you lower it by 10% is identifying ways in which your anxiety hinders your ability to enjoy your life the way that you want to enjoy your life. Even if it's just 8%. Think of for the next week, I'm going to lower my anxiety by 5% each day. And then the following week, I'll lower it by another 5%. And document what happens when you stop worrying so much and you start feeling like yourself again. Hello, Tony. Well, here's the thing. If I told you I've had crippling anxiety most of my life, would you believe me? I've tried medications. I've been on medications for years at a time. I've done therapy, multiple therapists over the years. And the reason why music makes me feel calm is that it's always been my refuge. If I have a place in my mind I can go where I am allowed to take all the time I want, to say all the things I want, to sing all the things that I want, I feel like I'm allowing the energy to pour out of me that I would have otherwise kept cooped up. I don't know Nutshell, unfortunately. I don't play any covers, at least not at the moment. At least not on guitar. At least not for the past 4 months. This is true. Reformed Stoic is live. IRL bloopers, yes, I like that. I've never thought of that term before, but I like it. Reformed Stoic is live. Yes, I look sometimes okay on the outside, but it's what it's inside. What is going on inside? Guest Collins, 1976. I don't know what they're talking about. It's okay, you don't need to do anything. Just start thinking of your anxiety as a really good thing. And if that sounds ridiculous, allow me to explain. If you have anxiety, then you have a lot going on in your brain. You're always worried about the worst case scenario. But I would ask of you, would you do me a favor? Would you pick a day and decide to put your anxiety away? Would you wake up in the morning and say, my mind feels so calm? I bet at the end of that day you will report that you felt pretty good. And that you might want to extend the day experiment into 2-day experiment. On the third day you allow yourself to feel 20% of the anxiety. Don't be afraid. Part of the anxiety is natural. Sing I'm McLovin lower. I was just giving a presentation on how to deal with your anxiety. You can be free, it's not a mystery. You were born to be happy. Anxiety, you can go away now, I don't need you anymore. What's my favorite music artist? Well, at the moment it's Noah Kahan. I'm sort of riding that wave for a little while because the music that he has produced for me has been transformative. No, it's okay. I choose to make my live stream somewhat free-flowing. I never think of it as an interruption or anything like that. What I choose to sing and say is a part of my presentation. If I appear calm and content, and you could argue in some category of confident, I can assure you that within this mind has been years of debilitating, let's say bad thoughts. So I'm at the point now in my life where I either have to let go of all of that time, forgive myself for all of that time, and also say the future is brighter than it's ever been before. Hudson Westbrook That name is not familiar. Because I tell you, one of the things that helps with my anxiety is remembering that ultimately my goal is one of the most complicated, hardest to achieve goals of all time. So it's understandable that my anxiety level would be off the charts at times. I don't call it a midlife crisis. I call it a midlife transition. Because until you've had children, it takes you a while to figure out how to reorganize the puzzle that is your own personality, character, and soul. So, I think of it as anxiety can be a thing that you learn from, a tremendous amount from. Anxiety is a sign, one, that you're probably a sensitive person. You care about the judgment of others, as well as your judge of yourself is probably very strong. But I'm here as living proof that you can change and morph over time if you address what's going on in your mind. And I do not mean to say that I'm like 100%, not by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, it's true. Well, one of the cousin of anxiety is depression, because anxiety, if you feel it for a certain amount for days and weeks at a time, maybe months, you start to think of yourself in a subconscious way as having not much value, so you don't really respect yourself all that much. In other words, you have a low self-worth. But what can happen is you start to say, my mind isn't supposed to do this to me all the time. My mind isn't supposed to generate the darkest thoughts. My mind is capable of a lot of things, and if it is capable of inventing the worst future imaginable and worrying about every detail of that worst future imaginable, imagine the opposite of that also happening in your head, because your mind is also very capable of imagining best case scenario. Give yourself 5 minutes of imagining the best case scenarios in the future. Things you want to do, places you want to go, things you want to say, art you want to make, tasks you want to get done. That's a great song. I love Alice in Chains. So I think I've taken a multi-pronged approach to my own particular anxiety situation, which is to give myself some euphoric moments. And it's in those euphoric moments that I say, well, I may have wasted all this other time, but I feel like this time is being very well spent. So what goes on in my head is a conversation between my past and my present in order to negotiate the terms with the future. Exactly. Cash, what's up? Comments, delete, what's up? Why do I have anxiety? From a young age, I learned to anticipate screwing everything up in my future because I developed a fear of vomiting, specifically of vomiting in public. Specifically like a claustrophobia mixed with amenophobia, which is a fear of vomiting. So I was extremely afraid of throwing up, let's say, at dinner or in the movie theater or in a car. And I was worried about that all the time. Like, I would sit at the back of the classroom, the back of the bus. I would sit on the aisle seat only. I would always need to have an escape route. And if I was in a car, I would have to put myself into a trance, not to think about how scared I was of puking. Hey. Interesting. I've never known, the origins of my particular anxiety transformed from my teens to my 20s through my 30s. It ebbed and flowed. It wasn't like it was anxiety all the time. I had plenty of great months where I was happy and life felt good and I was happy with myself And I looked forward to the next day and things coming up, experiences coming up. You know, I had a lot of great months. Ethereum, interesting. So I describe my anxiety that way because it's what I was doing. Now the question is why, and over the years I've come to understand that why I was thinking that way was because I didn't want to be the center of attention, and I didn't want to become a story people told each other. Oh my God, did you hear Peter puked at the dinner table? I was so afraid of that. I was petrified that by being petrified of vomiting, I would become nauseous thinking about it, which was like a good chunk of the day. Brain rot on YouTube, there absolutely is that. I find myself thanking YouTube for keeping me company with such wonderful content. I feel like the algorithm just wrapped its arms around me and said, here's a video game one, here's a political one, here's a documentary. And I've watched these things, and while I'm watching them, a lot of the times, you know, I'm zoned in and I'm listening. Sometimes I'm doing activities, you know. Low IQ, bro. Is that what Freebird? Is that what you mean? No. So I've talked a lot tonight, and tonight's theme is about conquering, or at least quieting down, or at least making friends with anxiety. Not everybody has it. I get that. Not everybody has this origin story of being a ridiculous overthinker that I am. A self-critical overthinker on a mission. He just knows what he likes to do and what feels good, you know? So, on that word, I don't know any covers. I'm sorry. I'm lazy, Ghost Girl Medium. Selena. Oh. Interesting. Not a cover. That's a song. Can I play that song? Is that what you mean? Sounds like one I gotta check out. No, it's okay. It's totally fine. This one is called Hey-oh. Welcome back, Derek. Thank you for coming back. Ghost Girl Medium. All right, it's okay. Ebonics. Interesting. So I'm a man on a mission. My name's Peter. I'm sitting in my kitchen. I have a condition that I'm talking about as much as possible. And this song is called A Matter of Time. It's the little things you regret. Just remember you're not done yet. You are the wind, I am the trees. Rock me gently in your ocean breeze. And it's only a matter of time before the end of the line. And it's only a matter of time. I don't know which way I'll go. I'll figure it out when I get there. You are the wind, I am the trees. Rock me gently in your ocean breeze. And it's only a matter of time before the end of the line. only a matter of time. Here I go again. All this, I don't care. And I said, oh, here I go again. I don't even care. I'm already there. Peter Jackson is already a pretty widely known name. Peter Wayne, almost like Bruce Wayne's brother. Batman's brother. Kind of fun. It's the little things you regret. Just remember you're not done yet. You are the wind, I am the trees. Rock me gently in your ocean breeze. And it's only a matter of time before the end of the line. And it's only a matter of time. Here I go again. I know it ain't fair. I said, oh, here I go again. I'm already there, but you don't even care. It's the little things I regret. I remind myself that I'm not done yet. Leroy Ruiz, 4820, and Derek Freeman, 733. I hope you're having a good night. Sometimes I sing the words on the screen. I like to make it up on the spot. I never have any clue what I'm gonna play. No set lists ever. It just happens that way, and I can't explain why I do it to myself. And I know I'm glad to be here with you all in my kitchen and with a bright future near. If I want to see more of the Warhammer 40k Joy Toy again, go on my post again. Interesting. I will take that into account. Let's make it possible, huh? What do you say? We can do it together. I'm a man on a mission. Think of me as a one-man stock market. Think of me as a NASDAQ, except it's just me, one stock. If I receive an investment in my stock, the stock will go up, and you know that. And if the stock continues to go up, 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 then you will have a hand in creating the forward financial momentum that a desperate musician needed. It is possible. I agree it's possible. It feels more possible than ever, and I have to admit that. And I think I have a hard time with that heaviness in my head constantly, waking up thinking, I want to be this professional. Could I survive as a professional musician? What would I do all day with myself? Would I invent new ways to absolutely fear and dread the future? Or would I identify the problem with my thinking and call it out and say that's irrational thinking? How about I don't think that way anymore, or at least significantly less? So when I play music, my mind is quiet. I lose 2 hours, 3 hours at a time, depending on how long I play. And I love it. I really do. I'm a musician, a songwriter, a multi-instrument player. I play the drums and bass, and piano is my main instrument. And I finished an album, but I convinced myself it sucks, so I haven't released it. You're right. So I was always trying to find ways to build momentum for myself. And over the years, it always felt like playing all the time would be the way to build momentum. But the problem is, before I realized I could just live stream and not have it be the most polished live stream, I would go and play out on the street for shoppers for 2 hours a night and make $20, $50 sometimes. Maximum I made was like $100. But I was always compelled to not go home after I played the guitar. I felt like I was like, well, I'm going to go play a piano if it's available. And there was one at the music building on the University of Vermont campus. So I would play piano on the street for 2 hours. Then I would go up to the music building and play piano almost straight through for an hour and a half. All alone, I made recordings of all of it, specifically the piano stuff. But all of it I have forgotten completely about. But it was ultimately me being addicted to playing music. How much do I make in my day job? Let's say barely enough to cover rent and food. So I'm not doing great in the day job department. I don't make, I play at a restaurant once a week that I love going to, and I make usually about $100 in tips. So it's like a part-time job at the moment. But live streaming like this and sort of introducing myself to the world over a series of live streams, which is essentially months of live streams, something like 100 hours, I think, by now. It feels like thousands of hours, but it's obviously not. It doesn't feel that way because it's difficult. It feels that way because every time I sit down to play and I'm thinking and I'm talking, I do try to remember to pause once in a while. But pausing is difficult, you know? I feel like my mind is galloping all the time. And so for all these years, I've been trying to get gigs, playing as many gigs as I can, playing out on the street when I can. It has been a little while since I've played out on the street. But playing a piano at a store in a town in Vermont called Stowe, and the piano in the center of the store was open to the public, and I found it and I started going once a week. And then it turned into twice a week, and then it turned into 3 times a week because it felt so good to put a jar out and to make some extra money for myself, where I wasn't as sensitive to if anybody wanted me to play. I assumed the store liked it. The problem is, once I would sit down, a lot of the times I wanted to play as long as I could because there were always new customers coming into the store. I would like that. Visiting would be amazing. Always new customers, and I could see people putting money in, and I would be in my zone playing, and I would be so happy that they gave me money. So I played so much, they eventually basically told me to never come back. Long story short. So I've been a music addict all this time. Now I have all this evidence, all this proof of my insanity, of my maniacal addiction to the euphoria that music brings. Not only what inspired me to play the guitar was specifically that I could not always have my hands on a piano. Pianos are heavy. They require, a few maintenances a year to keep them in tune. You kind of got to take care of them a little bit for them to sound good. So guitar became something that I could play quietly, like in a basement. Or I've even gone out and sat in the back of my car in a rainstorm just playing my guitar, because I just needed to play, but I didn't want to feel like I was pissing anyone else off or making anyone else feel like I didn't want to spend time with them. So I developed this crazy schism of just like, when I play music, it's like either the embracing of euphoria or the absence of the guilt, but meanwhile the guilt will sometimes overwhelm my mind. I try to hide it, I try to play through it, but it doesn't always work. So I just love playing. I love the feeling it gives me. And guitar became something that I consider to be almost like a perpendicular piano with just 6 notes. And my right hand is the hammers on the strings, and my left hand is the notes, like pressing down the notes. And I developed a style where I just have to keep my hand in one position, just move it around, and those are different chords. So there's far less worry about getting the right fingering and everything, because I can't play scales really. I know some chords. I've been trying to work on the rhythm component the most. And I think the guitar just started to speak to me, because it was like a mini piano that I could hold against my chest, like almost literally. And my right arm being on the body, I can feel the guitar vibrate. So it's almost like giving a hug to like your favorite object that's non-living, besides your kids, of course. And loved ones and family, of course, friends. Hugs are wonderful, you know what I mean? So I started to realize that piano could be guitar could be just a highly modified piano, you know? And I also had just crazy visions in my head of what would happen if I wrote a song, that in the middle of the song, I would just bring out a guest to play a solo. And I've talked about this all the time, but I just feel like I need to sort of further illustrate the vividness of the vision. Because in my heart, getting on the stage, playing a song that just flowed out of me, that wasn't difficult to play, and it wasn't like the most groundbreaking song, but it was a song that you give a drummer and a bassist to, and maybe another guitarist, maybe a violinist, a cello player, a cellist, and or a symphony. That pursuit of that vision, to me, is the ultimate expression of my selfishness. Because if that is what I am focused on most, it is like shedding all other possibilities in life. Like I would go a different direction with my life. I could go back to school. I could try to get a job and work my way up selling things or fixing, basic stuff. I'm not very technically skilled. Have a good night. Thank you so much for tuning in, Matthew Banford. So, when I ponder my mission, me being a man in my kitchen with a condition, I ask that you subscribe so you can tune in for the ride that I feel like I'm going to go on eventually. I don't know when, and maybe never. I could die having never gone on this journey. But if my gut is correct, and I hope it is, I see the visions of getting to play the guitar and sort of stepping back out of like the stage lighting, back with some other musicians like a drummer and a bassist. And I just get to sit there and calmly strum chords, quietly, while the guest just does an amazing solo. And for me, if I had to choose the number one thing that I want to create, that I would love to relive over and over and over and over again. It's getting to sit back and just listen to the solo while I get to see the audience watch them. And then as they grow, we grow, and the audience grows, and it's like this insane conjuring of energy. I don't know how to play that, unfortunately. I don't know any covers on guitar. I know. I'm a stubborn, lazy, motivated, but short-sighted individual. I got shell shock. I played one cover early on in my live streaming career, and it got, I had to snip it out because of copyright. And I was like, oh man, I didn't realize that. There's probably a way around it, or probably a way that you should do it, because people do covers all the time. I just have to do it properly, and I'm lazy. So, back to my point about visualizing what it would be like to be on stage, is that getting to hear someone solo over this, when I know it's so easy for them, they have all the space in the world to do so much. And getting to sit back and just jam and listen. Oh, I cannot tell you how guilty I feel about how much joy that brings me even pondering. Being backstage with my good friends and family and musicians before we hit the stage is something that I am absolutely obsessed with. I can absolutely do that. And forgive me if I'm a little long-winded. I really enjoy telling stories of my life in song form. I know it's not the norm. Sometimes I wonder how I got to this point in my life. Sometimes I wonder, will I find a wife? I know I have already, yes, I know I have already said so much about my life. But I'm here to say I truly love to play. When I was younger, I was so afraid of ruining a situation. If the rules I did not obey, I realize now it was because I had so many repressed emotions. After all, it's how I survived. Sometimes I know it makes no sense. I meant no harm, I meant no offense. Yes, I need to believe it. I need to believe. If my dream came true, I would thrive. I would need to make sure I stayed alive. I need to change. Sometimes I don't know how. Yet I know I will somehow. I sit here on this Friday night, wondering what the future holds. Tomorrow I will be playing. Tomorrow I will be playing at a reunion at a treatment center for people with anxiety. And I will drive and arrive early. I want to play as well as I can, but maybe it'll suck. I mean to say I will play as well as I possibly can. But I know they might not be part of my plan, which is to captivate, to illustrate the depth of my desire. I want to take my dreams even higher. Thank you very much, Derek. Have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Come back again sometime. I'll be broadcasting probably from the restaurant tomorrow night. And I'll probably do a session on Sunday. And I will probably start to think that people will catch on to what a lunatic I am. I mean, who's this guy that live streams every day? There's either something right with him or something very wrong with him. And I honestly don't know the answer. Have a great sleep. Thank you so much, Leroy. I really appreciate it. You catch me at an interesting point. In my development as an artist and a musician and a songwriter and a performer over the years, I can safely say that a lot of the times my self-critic has been incredibly powerful and kept me ultimately away from truly pursuing my dreams. You could try that out. I will try to remember. Can I give you some misheard song lyrics and you try and guess what song it is? I know, I probably won't get it, but maybe so, maybe I'll get it, or I'll completely be wrong. Oh man. I don't know that one. Thank you so much. I gotta get myself off the ground here and I need your help. I feel like I'm a bird that's been flapping on the surface of the water, like staying alive but not able to use his wings the way that they were meant to be used. This is what I will ultimately want to do in the flesh, on the stage, all over the world, in my country, the country and the world, just all over the place, live streaming from my house or from an interesting venue from a piano, play the guitar on like a mountaintop. I want to do it all. Try to concentrate. I gotta say you are a soul singer. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, I didn't know that song anyway, but I know Panic at the Disco. This one is called Wolf Mask. There is no reason to believe misfortune follows you across land and sea. Your heart is broken, you're fading away. Fate has spoken, there's nothing more to say. And you were only a little lonely when you lost your mind. How could you know? No, you were running out of time. Snow is falling on crowded fields. The future's calling. How do you feel? And you were only a little lonely when you lost your mind. Oh, yeah. And how could you know? No, you were running out of time. This is where the orchestra would come in. You're not alone, this is your day. You're gonna find another way to change your mind from wrong to right, and suffer through another night. Seeing you, seeing me, the sonar light, it's out of sight. Sonar light, it's out of sight. There is no reason to believe misfortune follows you across land and sea. Your heart is broken, you're fading away. Fate has spoken, there's nothing more to say. And you were only a little lonely when you lost your mind. And how could you know? You were running out of time. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. I'm probably going to play for, I don't know, another half hour or so. I'm a man on a mission. Please consider subscribing. I'll give you a front row seat to the evolution into hopefully the next chapter of my musical ambitions or dreams, if you want to call them. Dreams, ambitions, ideas, visions that I hope are true. I hope my visions were not delusions. Let's just say that. Because a lot of the times when I was feeling the delusions of excitement, I couldn't tell if it was just me being addicted to the euphoria or me being desperately afraid of having nothing else to concentrate my energy on if I ever gave up on music. So music is the thing that I have played and thought about so much for years and years and years now. Yet somehow I was either believing in myself the same or less. And I was like, you gotta believe in yourself more. I mean, just a little bit more. So that's what this process is. It's like I'm a stubborn man in my kitchen on a mission with a condition and a request that you subscribe, like, spread the word. I will be doing this for months and months, if not years. I will narrate the process. I will narrate my fears. I will narrate what I'm concerned about, what I'm excited about, what I look forward to, what freaks me out. I will narrate it all. I mean, I don't mind talking about all of it. Because I've been writing songs for years. I've written an album that I worked really hard on for years that I convinced myself, unfortunately, sucks. Because I don't, like, you hear me on a guitar or a piano, it's just, that's it. And I have 2 videos on my channel of songs that I've done, and I do all the instruments and all the songs. So I write all the songs, perform all the songs, record all the songs. I'm too inside my own head about them to hear them being anything other than like kind of a half-assed effort by like a non-professional musician. You know, like sort of a drop in a bucket. It's not going to capture anybody's attention. That's what I've convinced myself of. These are the voices that go travel through and then reverberate around in the brain. And that's okay. That's just the way it is for right now. When I'm with you, I feel no more pain. When I'm with you, I'm never caught out in the rain. You drive me insane. Take me down to the river. Won't you save my soul, be my forgiver. Take me down to the river. Ah. To save my soul, be my forgiver. Does it disappear or fade away over time? I know your day will come down the line. That's a good sign. Take me down to the river. Won't you save my soul, be my forgiver? Take me down to the river. Won't you save my soul, be my forgiver? Won't you save my soul, be my forgiver? I feel like it's time to sing some things about my life and where I've been. It's fun to sing about myself after I've had a little din-din. I like live streaming, yes, I like live streaming so much, it's hard not to do. Let me tell you about my life. Forgive me if I am a little long-winded. Sometimes it feels so hard to slow my brain down. Ever since I was young, I could not stay away from playing an instrument. It was where I could find my peace of mind. Over the years, the desire has only grown in strength and duration and depth. Now all I want is to play on a big stage with my good friends, putting smiles on as many faces as possible. I was put on this earth to help people in some way, even if I could make them forget for a minute, just forget for 30 seconds at a time. Just forget all the stuff that is occupying your mind. Just let it go. Let it go. I've had such a hard time letting it go. I know it would feel so good if I could let it go, but unfortunately my brain doesn't work like that. It's a tragedy. My brain fixates, My brain repeats. My brain dives deeper when most people would run away. Toot sweet, that's okay. My brain's gonna do what it does, as they say these days. My brain be braining. My brain just be braining. And I love spending time with you. Someday we will do it when I'm at a rather sizable venue. I want to talk through my problems with you. It's a one-way conversation. In a certain sense, it's also just a conversation. I write words, then you sing along sometimes. I get to watch the hypnosis in real time. All right then. I have to spin around because when I'm looking back at the video and I want to edit anything, which I never do, I've never edited a thing in my life as far as videos. Then if I spin around, I see my back, it means that that's where a new song begins. So it's a code to myself. But believe me, I'm not going to slice up the video or put out shorts or do anything smart like that. I'm just sort of stubbornly charging ahead with like, well, I'm just going to live stream like crazy. To the sacrifice of some other things that I could or should be doing. I feel like a singular-minded maniac. I feel like I can be a difficult human to be around. Because all I want to do a lot of the times is just like let out an incredible amount of energy. Oh, interesting. Don't forget to like and write on my comment if you want to see again on Warhammer. Interesting. And I hear the whispers, I hear the screams. I don't understand, but I know what it means. I get too high. Consider this my lesson learned. How long will I burn for your sins? I'll break it to you easy, yeah. You were wrong all along, so go on and get gone. It don't mean nothing if you don't put your heart into it. No one will remember a single raindrop. Everyone will remember the flood. I get too high. I don't ever want to come down. Consider this my lesson learned. How long will I burn for your sins? I'll break it to you easy, yeah. You were wrong all along. You were wrong all along. So go on and get gone. All right then, I'm just jamming out tonight. I'm gonna play one more song and jump off here. It's a short stream tonight. I have this compulsion to stream every day. It is a problem and a solution all in one, and I don't know which side of the seesaw it's on tonight. I love doing it. I do it too much. I do it to the detriment of other things in my life, I think. But I want this to be my restaurant that I start that hopefully people like. I want this to be my dissertation if I were doing a master's or a doctorate program. I would want this to be the very best I could do, and I want this passing the bar, passing the medical exam, becoming, doing something very difficult. This is my mission. This is my version of that struggle. I am the student and the professor in this particular institution of one individual. And I love doing what I'm doing, but I assure you I give myself an F in the several categories, and a C- in others, and an A- in others. I won't say which categories, I'll just keep it broad and just say, unfortunately, I've got a lot of work to do. But I wanted to finish on a happier song, I think. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Sort of a short stream tonight, I'm sorry. I should play as much as I possibly can, but a lot of the times I just think, well, I should get a good night's sleep. And I need as many hours as I can logged live streaming to prove to YouTube that people would tune in to see what I'm doing. And this is going to be a good weekend. I'm playing a show tomorrow afternoon on the guitar. It's a little, I don't know how many people will be there. I don't know if anyone's going to pay attention, but I'll be on guitar under a little tent somewhere. Sort of like a reunion for a treatment center, I believe, for anxiety. And I have anxiety about playing at the treatment center for anxiety. I'm just kidding. I don't have anxiety at all. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. And then after that, on my way home, I stop at a restaurant and I play piano for 2 hours. And then I drive home. So there's going to be a lot of music played. And I love that, but it's at the expense of other things in my life that I should be better at. And I won't say what they are, but I'll just say that I'm trying to find a balance in my life. And if I were ever to take this music to the next level, and maybe the next level beyond that, I am very curious as to what kinds of things would be manifested once I realized I was creating without necessarily going through an incredible amount of darkness beforehand. I just was creating things that I had wanted to create this whole time, things that were old, but also create things that are absolutely brand new and out of nowhere. Because there is something very intoxicating and very addictive about creating something new you're excited about. I have a brain that functions at about 75% efficiency. And I know I could make it so much better. But for right now, I'll just describe music as like an energy that is best emitted unconsciously. And in order to do that, it requires a tremendous amount of repetition. So, I will wrap it up tonight by just singing a quiet, simple song, all right? This one I wrote for my kids, and I used to sing it for them while they were taking baths as toddlers. Because I wanted to keep an eye on them. Obviously, they're in water. But I was also like, probably a little depressed, a little bored, and a little anxious. And I don't want to admit it, but it's true. But I would play this song, and I would feel like I was adding a little energy to the room. It's called The Treasure. Yesterday I felt my heart slow down, finding it hard to keep my feet on the ground. I can feel you all around. I thank God for the treasure I found. When she told me she was leaving, I said, baby, please don't go. She said, hey, baby, I need you to know I'll be with you to the end of time. That day will come further down the line. Stay here for one more night. We lost the war, but still we fight for who we love, for who we've lost. I will fight, no matter the cost. Yesterday I felt my heart slow down, finding it hard to keep my feet on the ground. I'll be with you till the end of time. That day will come further down the line. When she told me she was leaving, I said, baby, please don't go. She said, hey, baby, I need you to know I'll be with you till the end of time. That day will come further down the line. Yesterday I felt my heart slow down, finding it hard to keep my feet on the ground. I can feel you all around. God for the treasure I found. I thank God for the treasure I found. I thank God for the treasure I found. Thank you so very much. I'm going to call it quits for tonight. Thank you so much. I'm a man on a mission and sitting in his kitchen. I'm going to repeat this over and over again. I got big plans. I got big dreams. I got visions that I just don't want to think of delusions anymore. I'm imagining a big stage. I'm imagining a really sick drummer, a sick bassist, songs that are not complicated, a tour schedule that is not stressful. And I just want to go on an adventure and then have another adventure and then another adventure. And that's coming from someone who avoids adventures, or at least he used to. I want to know, I guess, what it's like to embrace adventure as opposed to avoiding it. So I'm going to run for tonight. I got to save my fingers and my voice for tomorrow. I'll be playing probably 4 hours tomorrow, which I'm excited about. I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to play as well as I possibly can. And hopefully people like it. And I make a little bit of money to help with the rent and all that jazz. And I know my hat's stupid for being on this last peg. I know. I get it. I'll get another hat at some point. I'm not very fashionable. I never have been, and I probably never will be. I don't ever buy clothes. I wear shoes into the ground. I'm pretty typical in a lot of ways. I should dress way more like flashy and like cool. That would help me out a lot, you know. It really helps out a lot of the artists in the world. But anyway, I gotta hit the road. I gotta get to bed. I gotta get up for a big day tomorrow. And I really appreciate anybody tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe, like, favorite, comment, spread the word. I'm a man on a mission. There's this crazy songwriter up in Vermont. He's watched Noah Kahn skyrocket into the stars. And he's sort of waving to Noah. Hey, Noah, think of me as like a pet project, okay? I got a lot of stuff that I can do pretty quickly. I can do all the instruments, bass, drums, guitar, piano, vocals, harmonies, lyrics, all of it. I've got it all going. I've recorded so much already, you don't even understand. Probably around 300 songs are recorded in at least demo states. 14 of them I finished, but I convinced myself they're not very good. So, unfortunately, I am just going to have to keep live streaming until something intersects with something else and somebody says, hey, Peter, it's time for you to light a fire under your keister and get moving. Otherwise, you're never going to get yourself off the ground. So I appreciate your time. I send my love to you. Thank you so very much. Comment and like, and I'll be back real soon, okay? Have good dreams tonight. Wake up with good thoughts tomorrow. I'll be playing a whole bunch of music and I'll be thinking of you. And I will be trying to broadcast from the piano at the restaurant. But be forewarned, I don't interact with my live stream all that much at the piano. Because I feel weird if people are eating dinner and I'm just, hey guys, and I'm talking to like my phone. I want them to feel like I'm playing just for them. So it's kind of a stealth broadcast. Anyway, I will hush now and be on my way. Thank you so very much. Subscribe, tune in again. I'll be back tomorrow and probably Sunday and pretty much every day. I am crazy. I'm psychotic like that. All right. My love to you. I'll see you real soon.